Welcome to the first edition of Ape Answers, the ham radio show where we answer your questions. Today we're going to look at a couple of questions specifically about NanoVNA-Saver, the software that you install on your computer, PC, or laptop so you can control your NanoVNA from a desktop interface. So our first question comes from Kerry, and he says, I'm a new ham. I watched all of your NanoVNA videos and many of your other videos. Well, thank you, sir. And I appreciate them. From DX Engineering, I recently purchased a Clegane Sysjoint NanoVNA FV2 3 GHz model, and that's a great NanoVNA. He says it appears to be made well and it works fine in standalone mode. Unfortunately, he has a problem when he runs NanoVNA-Saver on his laptop or PC. He's tried two different computers. On both computers, NanoVNA-Saver starts up fine. And if his NanoVNA is connected via the USB cable and turned on, it detects the port. However, when he presses the connect button, NanoVNA-Saver crashes. And this is a pretty common thing, and I actually get asked this question quite a bit, and that's why we're talking about it in today's video. So what I want to show you right here is that on your computer, do a search for a file called NanoVNA.ini. This is on a Windows 10 machine, so it's going to be in a different location depending upon the type of machine that you're using. But in a folder called C/user/your login ID, app data roaming NanoVNA-Saver, there's a file called NanoVNA-Saver.ini. And what you can see here is in the past, I've had to rename mine to old NanoVNA-Saver.ini. And then what I'll do is reconnect, restart NanoVNA-Saver, and then I will connect my NanoVNA via the software. When you do that, it recreates this NanoVNA-Saver.ini with the expected configuration for that particular NanoVNA. Sometimes goofy stuff will happen in this INI file, and it is more prone to happen if you're using different versions of NanoVNA-Saver and if you're using different NanoVNAs. So it's just something that you have to do from time to time. You can actually delete this file. I recommend that you rename it to something like old. That way you have it in case you need to revert back. Hope this helps. So the next thing that we have is Jack of all trades asks the question, by the way, I can't find NanoVNA-Saver software for Windows. Where I expect to find it, there's a message saying, sorry, no binary. Not very useful. Can you recommend any alternatives? No, I like using NanoVNA-Saver. I feel like it's the best one. And this is a common question that I've been getting lately. And let's go over to the GitHub page for NanoVNA-Saver, and we'll talk a little bit about what you can do and why you're seeing this error message. Okay, I'll include a link to this below. This is the GitHub page for NanoVNA-Saver. And if you take a look at it, you see a bunch of files here. And I guess it can be confusing if it's your first experience with GitHub. But if you come down here, there's a README, and it talks about all the different things that you might need to know. So it might be a good idea to take a quick run through this. And what you can see here under binary releases, it says you can find binary releases for Windows, Linux, macOS under GitHub, NanoVNA-Saver, NanoVNA-Saver releases latest. And there's also some detailed instructions here. So if we go ahead and we click on this, it says, sorry, no binary. And what's changed is that in this particular release, they are only releasing the source code. So that would mean that you would need to compile this for your platform. And they have source code zip, and then they have source code in a tarball if you're running Linux, for example. But you could use this, you could follow the instructions, and you could compile your own binary and be good to go. But not everybody likes to do that. Not everybody's that nerdy. So if you come up here, you can click on releases. This is for version 0.6.3. So if you click on this releases, what you can see here is that we have the sorry, no binary release, and then we have a release called Summer Rain Again. So the sorry, no binary was November 14th, 2023. Summer Rain Again. If we scroll down, we can see there's something here that says assets. And if I click that arrow, well, would you looky here, in August of 2023, there is a binary for Linux, and then there is a NanoVNA-Saver for Windows x64.zip. And I would just download and install that. Now you could go further down and you can find pre-compiled binaries for Mac, for example. But I think this answers the question, and hopefully it helps you out. And if you ask any questions on any of my videos, maybe you'll be featured in the next Ape Answers video. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's much appreciated.